Welcome to Sunday Morning Yoga Church. It is Sunday, September 21st, 2025. And the theme today, it's kind of twofold. So the sequencing theme, the physical practice theme is Baby Got Back, showing my age. Um, uh, a little throwback to the 90s. And what do we call it? The yogic, the philosophical theme, I guess we'll say, is the fourth of the five yoga vitamins. And these are laid out in the Yoga Sutra, chapter 1, verse 20, for any of you keeping track at home. And these are five additional virtues added. They're additional to the eight limbs of yoga, right? So these are five additional virtues that as yogis, we are encouraged to cultivate, to strive for on a daily, weekly basis to enhance our practice, both on and off the mat. So today's yogic vitamin is samadhi. Now, you already know that because we went through the eight limbs starting the beginning of the year, and samadhi is the eighth of the eighth limb. And in this context, samadhi is defined as the ability to focus the mind and maintain your levels of concentration for longer and longer and longer periods of time. That is quite the feat these days with so many distractions that we have glued to our hand, in our hip, in front of us, the doom scrolling, etc. So cultivating and maintaining a single pointed focus, cultivating and maintaining concentration for even 30 seconds is really freaking hard right now. But, what better opportunity to practice yoga than to have all these challenges facing us all the time. So as we learn and as we learn to maintain this this concentration and this focus for longer periods of time, what this leads to is a deeper understanding of life in this human form, as well as a deeper connection during our practice. Now, of course, we can always look at our practice on the mat, right? But as in our posse, we also look at our practice out there in the world. So you're going to start lying on your belly. You don't need any props today. If you've got blocks, straps, blankets nearby, and you want to incorporate those, go for it. Be my guest. But I'm going to teach this without the use of props. I want you to come down onto your belly, make it comfortable for you. So when I was doing this week, I put my hands under my forehead. You might stack your fist, whatever you need to do. If you want to put a blanket or a block under your forehead or something under your shoulders, uh, do whatever you need to do to be comfortable in this prone shape. When we come down onto the belly and stretch the legs out behind us and bring our head down, whether it's on the hands or on the floor, right then and there, we're getting some extension in the spine. We're getting some strength in our back body. In fact, I would invite you to take one hand and sweep it behind your back, find your low back, and kind of softly rub your hand from side to side and up and down around your spine. And notice there are muscles that are engaging right now, and all you're doing is laying here on your belly. So this is great. If at any time over the course of this morning's practice, your low back gives you sass or your shoulders start to cuss you. If anything doesn't feel good, my motto is don't do it. And you know the adage, get out of if you can't get out of discomfort, get out of the pose, right? So do what feels good in your body and you can ignore the rest or you can explore the rest down the road. All right. So I'm going to shut up for about a minute, and I want you to just deepen your breath. And become aware of what, if anything, has shifted for you over the course of the past 60 seconds as you lay here in stillness and silence. Any shifts muscularly, structurally, any shifts in your breath, any changes in the patterns of your thoughts, the fluctuations of your mind. I want you to, if you've got your forehead resting on your hands, I want you to change hands. So the other hand is on top. And then bring your awareness into your right leg and really like dial in all the way down from the sit bone all the way down to the heel, the back leg in particular. Tuck your right toes under. So you're stretching the sole of the right foot. Pick up the right knee. Yeah, so it's a subtle move, but it's an active move nonetheless. The toes are tucked. The heel is pushing back. The toes are on the floor, but the leg is fired up so the knee pops up off the mat. And you can inch the toes forward another centimeter. And then observe what happens when you engage your belly and press your pubic bone into the floor, particularly for those who are ultra bendy in the lumbar spine. I want you to maintain some integrity through your core. And then relax your right toes, your right foot, and let it soften to the ground. Bring your awareness down your left leg from the sit bone all the way down to the heel, over the back of the knee, down to the sole of the foot. Tuck the left toes under. Keep them connected to the mat, but tuck them under and push the heel back and fire up the leg so the knee comes up off the floor. Engage the belly. Great. And then relax the left leg. And let your heels wiggle a little from side to side. And now we're going to do both feet, both legs. So awareness goes down the back of both legs from the sit bone all the way over the back of the knees, the calves, the Achilles tendon into the heels. Tuck all toes under so the heels lift. Push the heels back, lengthening the entire back line of your legs. The knees pop up because the legs become active. And then for a moment, just let your belly go slack and be soft. And take a quick inventory. What do you feel in your low back? And then engage the belly. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Press firmly through the pubic bone and the two hip points with the belly engaged, and take an inventory. What has changed in your low back? If anything, maybe nothing. Excellent. And then relax your legs. Relax your legs. I want you to keep your left hand underneath your head and bring your right arm out to the right, just straight out to the right, palm down. And you're going to turn your head to the right, so you're looking to the right. Then sweep your right arm behind your back, taking the palm to your low back. And then at this point, all I want you to do is draw your shoulder blade in towards your spine and pull your right shoulder up off the floor. You're going to keep your head down. Your head's down looking to the right. But I don't want the shoulder to slump to the floor. I want to activate. This is activating the rotator cuff group. Pull the shoulder up away from the floor. Hug the shoulder blade in towards your spine. Yeah, the back of your hand is at your sacrum. The elbow's bent. Nice. Good. We're going to stay a couple more breaths. Release your right arm slowly, and you're going to transfer. Bring your right hand underneath your head. Turn your head, look to the left. And And then your left arm goes straight out to the left, and you're going to bring your left hand to your lower back. The elbow bends. And then again, rather than allowing the left shoulder to slump down towards the floor, I want you to pull the shoulder up away from the sticky mat and hug the shoulder blade in towards your spine. And notice when you do that, if your pelvis shifted, if you're leaning into the right, once again, I'm going to encourage you to stay anchored through the pelvis, the pubic bone, and the two hip points. Now release your left arm. Go slow. No sudden moves in this practice today. And we're going to stay on the belly for just a couple more minutes. I'm going to have you take your right arm out to the right. Take your left hand underneath your head, and once again, turn your head to look to the right. So this time I'm going to have you bend your right elbow so you're in a cactus shape. And I'm going to do this with you on the mat. So if something doesn't make sense in my instruction, you can take a look. So the right arm is in cactus shape. I want the elbow to be straight out from the shoulder. And then you're going to press your hand, right hand, press your hand and forearm down to the floor. Press, press, press with all you've got. And then keeping your elbow down, peel your fingers, hand, wrist, and forearm up off the mat. And I want to be clear, don't sway your fingers up in the air. We're not going for a wrist extension. I want everything to be in the same plane, from your fingertips down to your elbow. And then lower your forearm and hand to the floor. Okay, that was your practice run. We're going to do this 5 times. When you inhale, I want you to press into the floor with all you've got. Notice muscle activation. And when you exhale, peel your hand, forearm up off the floor. Keep the elbow down. Elbow down is key. And then inhale, press the hand into the floor. Notice your hips want to swing to the left. Keep them steady. And exhale, peel the hand and forearm up off the mat, of the floor rather. Good. 3 more times. Press down. Inhale. And exhale, peel up. Keep a straight line from your fingertips to your elbow. Twice more, breathing in, press into the floor. And exhale, peel up. One more. You don't go very high, right? One more time, y'all. Yeah, when you lift up, it's like, you're kind of like, I should be able to go higher than this, but no, you won't. This is kind of the structure of the body. And the lack of use of these particular muscles in the back. And then take your right forearm down to the floor. So here we go, other side. Turn your head to the left. You're going to bring your right hand underneath your head for some added cushion. Your left arm goes out to the floor, bent at the elbow like a cactus shape. And then here we go. You're going to press into the floor as you inhale, and then peel the fingers, wrist, forearm off the floor as you exhale, keeping the elbow down. All right, that was your practice run. Here we go, 5 times. Press, 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 and peel up. Straight line. Good. Press, press, press. And peel up. I'm going to step up to the screen so I can see what's happening. That looks great. That looks great. Watch your hands and wrist. It's really tempting to let the fingers fly up higher. Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's go a couple more times, everybody. Five times total. And when you get to the end of your 5th one, I want you to bring both arms out like a cactus, forehead to the floor. And then 3 times on your breath, your time, your terms. As you inhale, peel your head, hands, elbows, and chest up off the floor, coming into a version of locust pose. Bring the elbows up, arms up. Good, 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 good. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Good. And inhaling, lift just the upper body right now. Just the upper body lifts. Beautiful. And exhale, come down. On this last one, y'all, everything comes up. Feet up, knees up. Inhale, lift up as much of your body as you can. Feet up, knees up. Good. Keep your neck neutral. No need to torque your head up. And lower down. Beautiful. Woo-wee. Good. Well, that was a nice little warm up. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and slowly, gently press yourself up onto your hands and your knees. Take a beat on hands and knees just to let your shoulders and your spine self-organize. And then when you're ready, drop back into child's pose, balasana, taking your hips to your heels. Good. Pull yourself up onto your hands and your knees. Good. And you're going to find the cow of cat cow, right? So as you inhale, arch your back, low, middle, upper back, looking forward. Yeah. And then drop into child's pose as you exhale. And now you're going to pull yourself forward to staff, right? Often called plank in the vinyasa culture, coming forward. Knees or no knees, up to you. And then you're going to come into downward facing dog. Oh, yeah, good. So anytime we go through downward dog and shoulders are getting fatigued, we're all about ahimsa, nonviolence, and that starts in the body when we're on our mat, being kind and compassionate to this physical structure we've got. So anytime down dog begins to feel fatiguing, just come to your knees and come to child's pose or climb up onto the sofa, whatever works. From downward facing dog, I'm going to have you bring your right foot forward and your back knee down, coming into a low lunge. You take as many steps as you want to bring your right foot up there to your right hand, and you bring your back knee down. Stack your hands on top of your right knee. Straighten the arms, lift the chest. And you're going to take your left arm up, you bend the elbow, pat yourself on the back. And then option A is to bring your right hand to your left elbow and gently draw your left elbow back slightly and in towards your head. That's option A. Option B would be to bring the right arm behind your back and maybe you connect fingertips, maybe you hang onto your shirt. Hang onto your shirt, y'all. But there's no need to, we're not performing. There's no grading here. You do what your shoulders feel good about. All right, you're going to bring your left arm up, and then you're going to bring your left hand down to the floor. Okay, and I'm taking my left hand out to the left a little bit, so it's not directly underneath my shoulder. It takes a little bit of the weight bearing off of my wrist. And then turn your right toe slightly to the right. And take your right arm straight out to the right so it's parallel to the floor. Now we're going to do the arm glide. As you inhale, glide your right arm back, reaching back, 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 back. Palm faces the floor. And exhale, glide your right arm forward, maybe towards your head, but don't force it. And then breathing in, slice it back, glide the right arm back, take it behind you to the degree that you can, and then breathing out, slide it, glide it forward. Just slicing through the atmosphere. Two more times. Glide back and forward. Last one. Glide back. Good. So sternum is turning to the right, ribs are turning to the right, and you can stay put right here. Or kick your left foot up behind you and you can stay put right there. That's working the hamstring group. Or take your hand, right hand, and grab a hold of your left foot. If you've got your foot, let it go. Left toes to the floor. I want you to glide your right arm forward and then all hands to the floor. Turn the right toes forward so you're back in this classic low lunge. Now pick your left knee up off the mat. Spin your left heel down. So it's like you're set up for warrior two, but don't lift your upper body. All I want you to do is take your arm straight out like a T. And then 5 times, you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades into your spine and then relax. Squeeze the shoulder blades in and relax. Keep going. Draw the shoulder blades in, really hug them in and soften twice more, y'all. Fingertips to the floor. Very nice. Turn the back heel up. Now you can step back to downward facing dog. Ooh, that's a different dog. Whoa. I want you to breathe in and come forward to staff. We're not going to stay there long because as you exhale, return to downward dog. And you're going to do that 2 more times, and it's up to you. You can always skip this part. Glide forward to staff. This is Adho Mukha Dandasana. And then return to downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And one more time, moving slow, pumping some fluid through the shoulder girdle, downward dog. And here we go. Round 2, left foot steps forward to your left hand and your right knee comes down to the floor. Take your time, getting your foot up there, getting yourself settled into this low lunge. And when you're ready, hands stack onto your left knee, straighten your arms, lift your chest. So first we just find balance and stability in the lower body. And then we can move into the upper body. Take your right arm up, bend the elbow, pat yourself on the back. Left hand comes to the right elbow to find that stretch through the triceps and that mobility in the shoulder girdle. Or the left hand can come behind your back. You can always use a strap, right? To make this connection, to make this bind. But like everything in these Sunday practices, this is optional. Eyes looking straight ahead. Focus and concentration. So nice to be away from the phone for an hour. Oy vey. Turn off the news. Turn off the podcasts. Just you, your body, your spirit, your mat. You're going to take your right arm up. Right hand comes to the floor. Now remember, this is where I take my right hand out to the right a little bit just to take some heat off of the wrist. Spin your left toes out to the left. And then take your left arm out to the left, palm down. So here we go for the arm glide. Sweep the left arm back. You get a little turn to the left through the chest, and then glide the left arm forward. We're doing this 4 times. Glide back. And glide forward, bringing the left arm towards your face. On your last one, your left arm goes back and you stay right there. Second option is to kick your right heel up behind you. And if you don't grab the foot, you're going to get nice action into the left hamstring group, as well as the glutes. Good. And then if you care to, you can take your left hand and grab a hold of the right foot. That becomes a bit more about stretching the front of the thigh, the front of the hip flexors at the front of the right hip. To have a strong back body, we need a long front body. Now you're going to release your foot if you have it. Everybody's going to glide the left arm forward and then all fingertips to the floor. Turn the left toes forward. Tuck the right toes under, pick up the knee, and spin the right heel down as though you were going to rise up into warrior two, but you don't. I want you to keep your trunk parallel to the floor, eyes to the mat. Bring your arms down your sides, reaching your fingertips towards the wall behind you. And we're going to do that same thing. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades in towards the spine and then relax. Squeeze in and soften. Squeeze in and soften 2 more times. I know what's going on the legs. I feel it. Squeeze your shoulder blades in and relax 1 more time. Squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in, and relax. Take your arms forward and then fingertips to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Woohoo! Lord of mercy. Find your breath. Mind your mind. Pull yourself forward to staff. On or off your knees, bring yourself all the way down to the floor. Okay, so we're going to come into a version of cobra, but with the arms kind of like a gecko, right? So I want you to be on your fingertips with the elbows bent and elbows up. And the fingertips are off the mat, out to the side. So you'll see that you've got your wrists directly underneath your elbows. Now, before you lift your head and chest up, I want you to work your shoulder girdle. Roll your shoulders back and take your scapula down towards your back pockets. And then lift yourself up just an inch. We're going to do this 3 times and we're going to stay put between each one, coming up a little higher. And now, once again, I want you to roll your shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades in, take the scapula, the shoulder blades down towards your back pockets, and come up another inch. And here we go, 1 more time. Roll the shoulder, give yourself a good roll, like good salsa, not like chips and salsa, but like salsa. Salsa roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades in, pull them down towards your waist, and come up another inch or 2. Keep your eyes looking towards the top edge of your sticky mat. Don't torque the neck back. Outstanding. Lower yourself down to the floor. Very nice. Bring your forehead down to the mat and your arms down by your sides with your palms down. Now I'm going to have you press your palms firm into the floor. You're going to keep your head down, but lift your legs, your feet, knees, and legs come up. Good. Press into the floor with your hands. Lift the legs, head down. And lower the legs. Ooh la la. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Let's get off the belly. Come up onto your hands and your knees. Take a beat on hands and knees. Just letting the spine neutralize. You can take your hips from side to side if you want. And then let yourself sink back into a sweet child's pose. Oh. Now, if this is a bummer on your knees or your ankles, you can come onto your back and just draw your knees into your chest to the degree that feels all right. And then for those of you who are staying in child's pose, let's take it out to the side. You're going to take your left hand out to the left and reach your right hand towards the left edge of your sticky mat. We're getting a side bend through the right ribs. Bring your hands onto the mat once again, coming into a classic child's pose. And then we're going to side bend to the right. Take your right hand out to the right, and your left hand reaches towards the right edge of your mat. Breathing into that left rib basket, breathing into the left lung. And take your hands down the mat once more into classic child's pose. We're going to stay here for another couple of breaths. If you want to sweep your arms down by your sides, taking your hands down by your ankles or your feet, you're welcome to do that. I want you to wiggle your fingers around. Make a fist and then open up with your hands. We've got one more thing to do on hands and knees. Well, I don't want you to, the wrists are so vulnerable, right? So take good care. If any of this is causing havoc, disgruntledness in your wrists, then skip it. We've got bird dog to go. So bring yourself onto your hands and your knees if you feel up for it. Good. And we're going to start by just taking the right arm straight out to the right. Okay. Hands and knees, right arm straight out to the right. And with the right arm out to the right, I want you to plug the shoulder blade towards the spine, like whoosh, really pull your shoulder blade in. And then turn your right palm so it faces the wall in front of you. And now sweep your right arm forward. And at this point, you can take your left leg off the floor. Now you can bend your left knee, and I want it to just be a 90-degree angle, flex the foot. And you're going to do 5 little pulses, lifting the thigh and then coming back to neutral, lifting, neutral, lifting, neutral. So it's a small move, right? After your 5th one, keep your knee bent. Now sweep your right arm behind you, and maybe your right hand comes to your left foot, and you can kick your foot into your hand. Kick up, kick back. Now release your foot if you've got it and take your left leg straight back, right arm straight forward. Don't touch the floor yet. And then hand down, knee down. Ooh la la. Let's drop into child's pose for a moment and get off the left hand, left wrist. Lengthening the back body, lengthening the back muscles. All righty, let's go round 2. Come to your hands and your knees. And take your left arm straight out to the left, palm down, parallel to the floor. Good. And then hug that upper arm bone into the shoulder socket. Yeah, and then turn the palm so it faces the wall in front of you and sweep the left arm forward. Now, if the balance is there for you today, take your right leg up. Some days it's there, some days it's not. You know, it's all right. If your right leg is up, then bend the knee 90 degrees and let's pulse up just 5 times, just lifting the thigh a little bit and coming to neutral. Lift to neutral, lift to neutral. Good. Keep that knee bent. And then here we go. After the last one, you're going to sweep your left arm behind you, grab the foot if it's there for you. Might not be. Maybe grab the pant leg. Maybe you ditch this part. And then kick up, kick back, kick up, kick back, kick up, kick back. We're cooking that back body now. Baby got back. Cook it, cook it, cook it, cook it. Good. Where's your mind? How's your jaw? Release everything. Take your left leg back and your right arm forward. Hold it right there. Focus, concentration, balance, and then hand down, knee down. Ooh, slowly, slowly, as if there were any other way, slowly rock back to Balasana, child's pose. Mm-mm-mm. Okie doke, y'all. Come forward to your hands and your knees. If you want, pull yourself forward to staff or hands and knees, your call, and then downward facing dog. This is our last little low flow. This is it. From downward facing dog, you're going to take your right foot forward and once again, bring your left knee down. Left fingertips are going to stay on the mat. Take them a little to the left and slightly forward of your shoulder. So again, we're just taking some of the heat off of the wrist joint. And now you're going to sweep your right arm out to the right and up, twisting, turning to the right, turning sternum to the right. And you're welcome to stay here, keeping the back knee down. And maybe it feels good for you to lift the knee up. Your call. I'd like for you to keep an eye on your right knee. Notice if it's flying out to the right and hug it to the midline. And likewise, if your back knee is lifted, take a moment and check in with your back toes. Notice if your heel is swinging to the left or if you're favoring your pinky toes. And I want you to really pressure down into the big toe, lengthening the inseam of your leg. Let's take one more breath. Right hand to the floor. Easy does it, downward facing dog. You can always drop back to hands and knees. Oh, left side. When you're ready, left foot's going to step forward. Take your time. Right knee comes down. Starting out in this low lunge, right fingertips to the floor, left arm reaches out to the left and up. If you'd like, tuck your back toes, pick up the knee. So where's the focus? I like to turn my head and look down to the floor. Breath is smooth and steady. Body's working hard, but the breath is maintaining that nervous system regulation. Eyes focused, breath steady. Let the thoughts come, let the thoughts go. Now you're going to bring left fingertips to the floor. Now listen, here's the fun part. I want you to take this really carefully. You're going to step your right foot forward. Holy cow. Whoa, easy does it. Right foot comes to the top of the mat next to the left foot. Give yourself at least a fist, maybe even two fists between your big toes. So your feet are at least hip width apart. And you can let your knees be soft and just drape yourself over your legs like a rag doll. You can keep your hands to the floor, or you can cross your forearms in front of your shins, taking opposite hands to opposite elbows. You can straighten one leg at a time, if you like. Change the cross of your forearms. Release your fingertips to the floor. So here's what's going to happen next. We're going to squat down and have a seat on the bum. But I want to give you an opportunity to further stretch and release the muscles of the hips and the low back by coming through malasana, right? So that's garland pose or a really deep squat. And this isn't for everybody. You might experiment with it and see how low you can go. So walk your feet out to the edges of the sticky mat. Turn your toes out slightly. I do it with my toes turned out because it's more accessible for me that way. If you see it in classic books, the toes are facing forward. And then from here, fingertips stay on the mat, bend the knees, sink your tush down, 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 down. At some point, your knees are going to tell you when enough is enough. Bring your elbows to the inside of your knees and your palms together in prayer, Namaskar Mudra. And then lift your chest, pull your sternum up away from your belly, Malasana. At any time you want to drop to the bottom, drop to your bottom and have a seat on the mat, go for it. We're going to, those of you who are in Malasana, hang for 2 more breaths. Long in the spine, really big stretch through the hips and the groin. Good, and then you can release your hands. Ooh, drop your bum to the floor. Take your hands to your knees and slowly step your feet onto the sticky mat. Yeah? All right, very good. Rock down onto your back, please. This is the home stretch. Emphasis on stretch. Come down onto your back. Knees bent, feet to the floor. Good. Cross your right ankle to the top of your left knee for thread the needle, often called reclining pigeon. Pull your left knee towards your chest and either hold on to your pant legs or hold on to the back of your thigh. Or you can take your hands over your left shin. And if you've got props around you, you can always put a strap behind your thigh or a tie or a dog leash, minus the dog, behind your thigh. And we're going to stay here for a good minute. And while you're down here, enjoying this deep stretch through your right hip, something came into my inbox this morning from my yoga teacher, whose name is T.S. Little. And he quoted an Indian teacher. I'm not going to even try to say his name, I will bastardize it. But this teacher said something, T.S. quoted something that I thought really dovetailed nicely into this whole concept of lengthening our periods of concentration and focus for deeper understanding and deeper connection. So the quote is, "When I look inside and see that I am nothing, that is wisdom. When I look outside and see that I am everything, that is love." I don't know why that makes me want to cry, but I'm going to say it one more time. When I look inside and see that I am wisdom. No, no, no. When I look inside and see that I am nothing, excuse me. When I look inside and see that I am nothing, that is wisdom. When I look outside and see that I am everything, that is love. Swing your right knee back to your chest and give it a good squeeze. Take your left leg down to the floor. Good. Now, holding on to your right knee, hug it in close. And take your right peace fingers, wrap them around the right big toe. Your left hand, I want you to press your left hand on the top of your left thigh. So you're really adding a little bit of an extra weight, just a little extra encouragement to keep that left leg anchored down to the mat. And then begin to straighten your right leg up. I'm not worried about how straight it goes, right? Listen to your body, but pull your right leg up and then peel your head and shoulders up off the mat and bring your forehead in the direction of your knee. Good. Now press that left hand into the left thigh. Keep that left leg down. And while you're up here, take a look at your left leg. Look at your left foot. Activate the foot. Spread the toes. Push through the inseam of the leg. Push through the inner heel and the ball and the ball mound of the big toe. Good. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Forehead towards your knee. Reach, reach, reach. And then head down, shoulders down. Release your right big toe. Take your right arm down and slowly lower your right leg down next to your left leg. Take your time. Hmm. Bend your right knee and set your right foot onto the floor. Pull your left knee to your chest and then take your left ankle to the top of your right knee. Okay, so thread the needle or reclining pigeon. Pull your right knee towards your chest. And taking your hands around the back of your right thigh or maybe over your right shin. Maybe you just grab a hold of your pant legs. And you draw the right leg in. Yeah, keeping this figure four shape in your legs. Notice what changes occur in sensation if you take your right leg a little to the right, like kind of rock your hips just a little to the right. Notice what, if anything, shows up in the left hip, butt cheek, hamstring. Maybe something, maybe nothing. And pull your left knee to your chest, resetting the femur and the hip joint, and stretch your right leg down onto the floor. And take your left peace fingers and wrap them around your left big toe. And to the degree that your joints, limbs, and muscles allow, stretch your left leg up. And place your right hand at the top of your right thigh, giving it a little extra confirmation to stay down, to stay active, stay engaged. And from here, peel your head up, your shoulders up, bring your forehead in the direction of your knee. We're not at all concerned with whether it gets there, right? It's just the experience, it's the adventure. Good. Squeeze up, reach up, roll up. Home stretch. Oh my God, that is such a great name for a class. I don't know why it's taken me 5.5 years to come up with that one. Home stretch. I love that. Okay, slowly bring your shoulders down, your head down, release your toes, and very slowly float your left leg down next to your right leg until legs are side by side. Take your arms up over your head, stretch your right arm, right leg a little longer than your left. Stretch your left arm, left leg a bit longer than your right. Now, reaching evenly through all four limbs, both sides of your bodies, reach and stretch and reach and reach and extend. Good. And then relax. So I want you to very gently and gingerly make your way up to sitting and just find a spot that feels good for you. You can sit on a cushion or you can get up onto an ottoman or a chair. We're going to just a couple of minutes of breathing before we drop into either shavasana or seated meditation, whichever you prefer today. And our breathing practice is going to be alternate nostril breathing. I think most everybody's familiar with it. We'll start together and I'll guide you through the first two. We're going to do 5 rounds. I'll guide you through the first two, and then the final three, you'll be on your own. If it gets confusing or complicated or stressful, just ditch it. We are here not to increase the stress in our lives. So once you find this comfortable seat for yourself, you're going to bring your right hand up in front of you. Bring the thumb and the ring finger to the bridge of your nose and let your eyes close. And let's all begin together by exhaling whatever you've got on board. And you'll take a full breath in through both nostrils. And to begin, you seal the right nostril and exhale from the left. Inhale left. Then seal the left and exhale right. Inhale right. Seal the right and exhale left. That's round one. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. And exhale left. You know what? I'm going to take you through one more. Inhale left and exhale right. Inhale right and exhale left. You're on your own, 2 more rounds. As you finish up, you make the choice. You are welcome to remain sitting if you're comfortable, and for a seated meditation for the final 5 minutes, or moving with as few moves as possible. Come onto your back for Shavasana. Wherever you land, keep eyes closed. Allow your breath to drop into its own rhythm, its own pattern. When you look inside, see that you're nothing, and that's wisdom. When you look outside and see that you are everything, that is love. You are welcome to remain in the space of peace and stillness, of hopefully effortlessness, for as long as you are able, for as long as your schedule allows. Those of you that need to move on with the day, the morning, begin to move fingers and toes. If you're on the floor, lying down, stretch through your arms and your legs and set your feet to the floor. And roll yourself over to one side or the other and rise up to sitting. That can be on the floor or on a cushion on the sofa. And once you get upright and we're all together, bring your palms together and take the base of your thumbs to your forehead. May we have a focused mind as we move into the week ahead. Bring your fingertips down to your lips. May we be focused in our speech, in our communication, and in our words as we move into the weekend ahead, the week ahead. And then place your hands to your heart. And may we be strong and focused in our bodies, and even more importantly, strong and focused in our spirit as we step into the week in front of us. Thank you so much for joining me and the others on the screen this morning.